Hey y'all, welcome back to another stunning video. Today we are going to be making a dog house for our dog Bear. The base of this dog house is made out of pallets. So Brandon connected a whole pallet with half of a pallet. And as you'll see in the video, he did this by cutting one of the pallets in half. Brandon then used fence board to create side paneling, so on all four sides of the pallet you'll see fence boards. As you will see, this doghouse is pretty large and heavy, so Brandon did place 4 casters on the bottom of the pallet wood on all 4 corners to make it easy to move around our backyard. Brandon and I cut 1/4 inch plywood to put on the top of the base. To ensure that the plywood was secure to the base, Brandon nailed the perimeter of the base and the middle of the base. This frame is made up of 2x4s, so as you can see, Brandon Craig jigged all of the 2x4s on the tops and the bottoms. The bottoms of the 2x4s are going to connect to the base of the doghouse, and then on the sides you'll see it's 2 rectangles, and this is going to be what supports the roof of the house, as you'll see later on. The next part is where it gets a little complicated because it has angles, and Brandon is still learning about angles. If Brandon doesn't know it, I most likely do not know it. So in all honesty here, this just took a lot of cutting to see what fit right. So we do not know what the angle is of this wood. Brandon basically cut the angle and just kept trying to put the 2x4 on over and over again to see what angle would make the 2x4 flush to the rest of the frame. The next part does require angles again. Sorry, we do not know what the angles are. Brandon just continued to cut until he found the right angle. This angle though is for the front porch of the doghouse, whereas the other angle was for the main roof of the doghouse that's covering the inside. To connect all the wood together, Brandon used 2-inch screws throughout the entirety of the project, in case you were wondering. The next step is cutting the shed siding. So the shed siding is going on the back and the sides of the doghouse. Tori actually came over and helped us on this. So what she did was she measured from the bottom of the right side to the top of the right side, and then did the same thing on the left side, from the bottom of the left side to the top of the left side. And then she used the ruler to draw a straight line based on the marks from each side. We then mirrored the same process for the other side of the doghouse. Brandon and Tori used our largest mixing bowl to use as a guide to create the dog door. This window is made out of plexiglass, so Brandon actually got this for free from his dad because he was also using it for another project. So we used it as a guide to create the square for the cutout. We did miss a bit of fitted chair before Brandon had placed the plexiglass into the window cutout. He had applied silicone around all of the edges and smeared them with his finger, and then placed the plexiglass on top of the silicone, and then going back and placing another coat of silicone on top of the plexiglass to seal it. We did not have any wood filler around, so we mixed wood glue and sawdust together, and voila, you have wood filler to fill all those holes. This is part 1 of the 2 video series for this doghouse. We didn't want this video to be super duper long, so we decided to cut it in 2. So if you stick around until next week, you will see that we have finished the doghouse, and we put in all the finishing touches, including the roof, the paint, and then another few small details that we decided to add to make Bear's home feel really comfortable. Thank you all for watching another stunning video, and we hope that have a great week.